Alright, everyone, welcome to episode number 72 of Everyday Thoughts. I just found out that I'm actually fucking stupid and that I didn't post the 71st episode like a week ago, in which I said that I wouldn't be having my camera for a couple of days, which I think has been already a week. But I'm back now, and daily uploads are back at it. So, starting off with something that complements the so-called tomorrow version of myself, or the version of myself in 1 week, where you sort of, when you're in a moment where you don't want to do something and you just question yourself, okay, how would the person from what how would I in a week look back at this if I did this or if I did not do it? And complementary to that, what I think is extremely good when it's not a decision about, okay, what am I gonna do now, or I don't want to do this now, or whatever, but it's more on the long term or overall when it comes to goal setting, is to, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? I think this is such a interesting thing to ask oneself, since it basically just opens the door to so many new realms of things that you and I would like to do, but we're just too scared of. So, for example, there's like, I don't know, learning a backflip, which I think everyone wants to know how to do a backflip, but most of us are scared to fucking land on our neck and break our fucking spine or neck and just die. It's not gonna happen. But anyway, I think that serves enough to illustrate the point I'm trying to make, which is basically that once you know what you're afraid of, but you want to do it, but you're just too afraid to do it, obviously the best thing against fear is to just go head on onto fear and just battle it. Anyway, moving on to periods of imbalance. So that's just a really good thing to remind myself and you, which is, you can be good at anything, but not at, or anything at a certain time, but not everything at a certain time. So basically, if you set priorities on something special or just on a goal, and you just keep on going to that goal, you will achieve it eventually, hopefully. But you can't just have that you can't just have 10 different goals and think that you will achieve them with proper results. It's just not gonna work. So you have to set priorities. I think that's the thing I also talked about last episode, which is basically that you will have periods where you will probably be slacking in different areas when you set priorities, but in the end, you will get better overall. And that's the most important thing. Then, the next thing, starting something takes so much more energy and effort than continuing on doing something. And this also applies to people rooting for you, which is also basically mostly it's just people that don't need it anymore get rooted on the most. So somebody who just starts out, for example, lifting, they're overweight, skinny fat, whatever, they are probably the ones that need the most rooting, but get the less or the least amount of rooting. But the people that already have an insane physique, they get admired and they get rooted for to, holy shit, bro, you are so fucking jacked. You're such a good physique, bro. Holy fuck, how did you do that? So, and it's also easier that once you've already been doing something for a long time, it's easier to just continue doing the same thing, and as compared to starting something completely new, because the first of all, the success curve is just this, right? So it's gonna be stagnant for such a long time before you start seeing results. But once you start seeing those results, you're fucking hooked. You're just, fuck, I need more of this. This is so good, bro. How can I keep getting more of this? It's actually crazy. But if you're in the starting stage of anything right now, keep in mind that once success will come, you'll be fucking hooked. but those early moments are the most important ones. Then, which also has to do with success, is most, especially when it comes to like abstract ideas or whatever, almost everyone thinks you're crazy until you actually succeed in it. There's many examples of this, especially when it comes to businesses, I'd say. Everyone looks at you like you're a fucking lunatic of having the certain idea, but once you actually put through that idea and you manage to get shit done, then people are like, damn, this man's a genius. Holy fuck, how did you do that? Then, ooh, yes, which is something that I will most likely be starting off with tomorrow, is saunas. I just found out listening to Joe Rogan that holy fuck, saunas 60 minutes per week in total of saunas make your cardio extremely good. It's like, how the fuck does that even work? But the more you think about it, it's similar with cold plunges, but in a different way, that you're just putting your whole body into stress and your heart rate is just going absolutely insane, and you're trying to fight that stress. And obviously, as you adapt, you just get better resilience, and your heart just gets more used to it. So your cardio gets better overall. And besides that, saunas are extremely beneficial also when it comes to just relaxing your muscles. So recovery-wise, absolutely insane. So that's why I thought, well, isn't it a good idea to take, at the start of the day, put on a cold plunge, or just get into a cold, absolutely fucking get like this, like it's almost like you're tweaking. Your eyes are about to pop out of your head because you're so awake. And then, since you're so awake and pumped up, you go train or do whatever, and then at the end of the day, or especially when you had like a hard workout session, then jump in the sauna, you get relaxed, you're hot, your core body temperature will then drop, and you are ready for sleep. Sounds like the ideal scenario, but obviously time-wise it's going to be very difficult. But when I can, I will try to abuse or just use the saunas as much as I can. Then, which I think is extremely deep, but this is to all of the people that are going through something tough or very tough at the moment, is suicide is a permanent fix for temporary problems. You will always find a way out of your absolute misery. Always. And it doesn't matter how long it will keep on going, you will always find that light. And if you keep going after that light, you will one day you will make it out of there. So don't, at all costs, don't leave us on this planet. There are people that are caring for you, and you need to stay on here. You really do. And okay, now I'm not gonna finish on this because this will be fucked up, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna save this for next episode. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you tomorrow again. See ya.